Perhaps the sad reality is we see this, the statistics you eloquently quoted, and we talk about it, and then every 2 years we get together and write a budget, and the last month, during the month of May of odd years, the focus tends to be closing out and balancing the budget, and then the near-term crisis has to be fixed. So if we have a hurricane and we wiped out a medical school in Galveston, we have to solve that problem, because that is a crisis, right? That's an immediate fire we've got to put out. And then we tend to lose sight of this looming fire on the horizon, that we're not going to have enough educated workers. And so for me, the challenge is, how can we make sure that this looming concern is a crisis today and doesn't lose out to the near-term problem of solving so that the conference committee doesn't fudge on a number of investing in higher education in order to solve a near-term problem. So we all have to say, this is a crisis. If we are in crisis mode, we have 30-something% ready, and we're going to need 60, high 50s or 60-something. We are in crisis mode today. We all better get our acts together and educate our next generation, or Texas is not going to be the great state it is today. Okay, that's a crisis. And I don't think a lot of people believe that. And our leadership has to convince everyone, we all have a shared responsibility to convince people this is a crisis. We are going to go the way of other great states like Michigan and Ohio if we don't get our act together and educate our next generation. Okay, so it's a crisis.
All right, well, don't need to convince me.